Hello there, welcome. We are going to do baby plank or baby tiger pose. So start in a variation of child's pose, okay? So your knees are gonna be nice and wide, probably something about hip width apart. And your hips are sitting back on those heels. We're gonna walk those hands up to the point where in order to go any further flat, you're gonna actually have to reach them forward. So just let them rest here. Mine are resting near a little bit of lily drool. Don't know if you're experiencing the same thing. And then with an exhale, push into your limbs. And then let's separate those feet. Get each one right underneath shoulders, right underneath hips. Make sure that you're not locking out your elbows. Let the neck be long, an extension of the rest of your spine. We're gonna curl those toes under. We're gonna take a deep inhale. And with your exhale, draw that pelvic floor together and upward first. You'll feel the low belly then engage. And now press into your hands, lifting up your knees just 1 or 2 inches. And then we're gonna lower on down. Good job, good job. Okay, so next thing we're gonna add thinking about guy wires from your hip points in the front up to your rib cage, okay? So that's bringing in a little more focused activation of your rectus abdominis. We've already got the transverse abdominis, the pelvic floor, and the multifidus. So now we're just adding a little bit for that rectus abdominis, because if you're anything like me postpartum, you're working on making certain that your core comes back together and you can keep that DRA gap closed. So inhale, nice soft belly, soft pelvic floor. Exhale, pelvic floor draws together and up. You'll feel the low belly engage, and now press into your hands, lift those knees. Think about those guy wires keeping you straight from ribs to hips, down the front of that body. We're holding for 2 breaths, and then we're gonna lower it down. Good, inhale. Exhale, same engagement. Push into your hands, push into your toes, lifting up. Pelvic floor is on, transverse abdominis, rectus abdominis. That's pulling you in that straight line from ribs to hips. You're pushing through those limbs, feeling that this is a whole body exercise, and then lower those knees. Great job, mama. Great job, Lilycat. All right, 2 more times, girls. We got this. Inhale. Exhale, press. Lift that pelvic floor. Transverse draws together. You got the guy wires going from ribs to hips. Your arms are strong. You're thinking about keeping a nice long straight spine from the crown of your head all the way to those hips, and lower those knees down. Last time, last time. Okay, inhale. And exhale, press, squeeze, lift. Imagine that length. And your body will follow. You're gonna get better and better at this every single time. Maybe after a week or 2 of doing this a few times a week, you're able to hold, probably for 10 breaths or so. Make that a goal, mama. Make it a goal. And we're gonna lower down to those knees. Take the feet together, knees come a little bit wider. We're gonna come into child's pose. So if your baby's up here by mine, now you can reach their shoulders, maybe play with their hands a little bit. And this is a nice down training pose to let that pelvic floor and your belly soften. It also stretches out the muscles on the sides of the rib cage and the ones that connect from shoulder blade to your arm. Because as a mama, those muscles get pretty darn tight with all the carrying and feeding that we're doing for our little babies. Put the fingertips down on one hand and then lift that arm up. You can see my hand is like daddy long legs. So turn so you're kind of like rotated toward that arm that's lifted. And you're gonna feel a deeper stretch on the opposite side through right around the bottom of your shoulder blade, kind of coming into your underarm. Deep breath here. Exhale. And let's switch. I feel you, Lily girl. So flatten down that one hand. Turn to come to the fingertips of the other now. So they're probably on the other side of your baby's head. And so you turn your torso lightly. So now you're pressing down through the other aspect of your rib cage and the front edge of that shoulder blade. Find a nice deep breath. And again, remember that we're nice and soft through the belly here and soft through the pelvic floor. After birth, it can actually tighten up as it's healing. So stretches like this, once you're a couple of weeks out, can be really great for you. And once you've been cleared by your doctor if you had any sort of birthing injuries. And then let that hand go. And exhale. Ooh, I'm going to curl myself up to my knees. Thanks for stretching with us.